Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to Failed Hero Points. This week, Session 6. We have an intrepid band of sorry fellas that are making their way through the Outlaws of Alkenstar adventure path. I am your GM, Fogelhut. With us, we have Effigy Drums playing Adril the Bard. We have Moorbird playing Inari the Psychic. We have Shave Maddox playing Jacksonius the Gunslinger. We have Scale playing Ruxel the Rogue. We have Patrick playing Kelvin the Inventor. We have the Davy playing Verilla the Swashbuckler. Forgot it for a second. And then we finally have UV playing Astra the Sorcerer.
You forgot that the
However,
Davy's a swashbuckler because the Davy never successfully gains panache ever.
I think I've done it
he
twice.
more buckles than swashes. Buckles
The
than swashes.
Swishbuckler.
Oh boy, we're starting on a strong note tonight. Okay, so tonight's gonna be interesting because we're not going to be just purely thrown into those roles anymore as just our specific classes. Everyone leveled up at the end of the last episode, so everyone, we are playing with a variant rule called free archetype, meaning every even level people will get an archetype. They're a feat that is specifically used for archetypes. Archetypes being kind of a weird multi-classy kind of deal. So it won't just be like Bard, it will be Bard with a flavor of something else. We'll hit that in just a second. Actually, I would love to do that. Would everyone mind if we go around the room and give us A, what our archetypes that we're taking are, and then B, something, just one little thing that's cool about your character on this level up. Let's start with Drums.
Okay. Adril is taking the Blessed One archetype. She is so awesome at oration and feats of strength and bard tricks that her god, Caden, decided you are awesome and gave her a fist bump, and now she can fist bump 6 hit points of life back into people with the Lay on Hands focus spell. And then as far as some class funness, Adril took the Multifarious Muse class feat, which allows her to have multiple muses, and now she has the Maestro Muse as well, meaning she can use Lingering Composition and ideally spend a focus point to inspire courage for multiple rounds without having to use an action each round to sustain it.
Very cool.
Moorbird.
Inari the Psychic has taken the Spell Trickster archetype, which will allow her to cast spells in a different way for select spells. So at first level, second level, she has the ability to cast Shield to create like a square of cover. Rather than the regular spell description, and then she has a different way to cast Dancing Lights, I believe. I don't remember what the other one I picked was.
That was it.
Yeah, cool. I was just trying to see where that is on my character sheet right now, but the thing I'm most excited about is actually the class feat Warp Space, which allows me to cast my spells from a square that is 30 feet away instead of from my square.
That is a cool one.
Essentially psychic version of Reach spell, which is pretty awesome. Shave, how about you?
Jacksonius is going with the Unexpected Sharpshooter dedication.
as the archetype here,
Yes.
which has a lot to do with Dumblock, and I don't know if I should read it verbatim here, but
You don't have to. We can let it come into play when you want it to. 'Cause
yeah,
it is so dumb.
basically, yeah, I don't know all the numbers behind it or anything, but if I the example here is like if I slip and pull the trigger, that it's still gonna hit the target, I guess. Is that essentially it?
It gets a better chance of hitting the target. Yeah. Mhm.
Gotcha. And then the it looks like there's a caveat. There's a caveat there though. Can't select another dedication feat until you gain 2 other feats.
That's every dedication. So you're locked into the unexpected sharpshooter until you get 2 more feats.
The class feat I went with is risky reload, which this is actually the probably the more exciting one, I think. Which allows me to rapidly reload. There's a bit of a gamble behind it, but it essentially lets me do a reload and a fire at the same time, is my understanding.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, it does bring the possibility of a misfire, and as we discussed it, this unfortunately I have to kind of go away from the dual wielding as long as I'm going down this path, just because I'm not able to do it with 2 firearms and 1 in each hand. But this also sounds like it'll be a lot more efficient overall. And then Catfall is just another, in addition to the already land on your feet, which takes half the normal damage from falling. This one, what does it do here? 20, I don't know all. Again, I don't know all the math here with it, but
I believe it shortens the fall by like 10 feet, right?
25 feet shorter if you're a master in acrobatics. Treat them as 50 feet shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you level up and keep popping your acrobatics up, your ability to fall is much better because you won't take damage from it.
Right. Which is honestly more of a lore thing than anything with the cat. Honestly, still kind of going with that. And then
Really leaning into the cat.
What else? I think we're getting a new weapon potentially.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Yeah. How about you, Scale? One cool thing on top of your archetype.
Ruxel went with the Pistol Phenom dedication archetype. Basically, what I'm going to be trying to do is to fake everyone out, flat-foot them, and then get that flat-footed sneak attack damage with range weaponry. And then for my class feat, I took Nimble Dodge. So that's basically just any attack that I can see coming from the attacker, I get a +2 circumstance AC bonus.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as a reaction. So it happens once, but it's once per round, and that's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick.
For my archetype feat, I'm going with Dual Weapon Warrior, which sounds really fun. You're able to effortlessly fight with multiple weapons simultaneously, weaving your weapons together into a storm of quick attacks. So that sounds real fun. My class feat is super secret. I'm not going to tell anybody about it until I use it. But it matches with how I play Pathfinder.
Chaos.
And that's it. Yes.
Davy.
So, Varilla, the smart thing would have probably been to go Acrobat because she's a swashbuckler, but I'm in no way a min-maxer. So instead I went with a Martial dedication, and that can basically go down either Diplomacy or Intimidation. And Varilla's kind of snotty, so she's going Intimidation. Doesn't start off super awesome, but she gets a 10-foot emanation aura of a +1 saving throw against fear, And as she levels, you get cooler and cooler options and things you can do with the aura and other like commands to help buff the team. So maybe because she can't hit anything, at least she can help everybody else hit something. For that too, her intimidation goes up, so she's a +8 intimidation. So hopefully I can actually maybe get some panache once in a while. But
We'll see.
yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
All right, and UV.
So Astra Nola has taken more time to focus on the gifts that the dragon has given her, reach deep within her, and dedicate herself even more to the wonder that is the dragon. She is now wearing a mask that is slightly more dragony.
She will be after we
She
do
will
our
be.
shop.
Yes, she will be. Yes, sorry. Her class feat will not be of use until next level. It's assurance for medicine, and next level
That's-
she'll auto pass, but not this level.
That's your skill feat, not class.
That's my.
feat.
Oh, sorry, skill feat. I apologize. Class feat is reach spell, so super useful. And
Both of our casters, or well, 2 of our 3 casters. Again, I continually forget that Adriel is a full caster. Two of our casters extending the reach of their spells by quite a bit, giving themselves some range. So, yeah, man.
And the other
So,
caster running into the front line all the time. So
and smashing things.
and
Yeah.
then the sorcerer having to reluctantly walk in and use their claws.
just as you planned from the beginning.
Yes, it's always yes.
Uh-huh. Well, as we open the session, we look over a fungal patch in a familiar scrapyard. We see several small creatures, all looking to be made of mushrooms. Perhaps they truly are mushrooms, given life via the magics of the mono wastes. All have mouths with fanged teeth and many eyes, both natural and hideously unnatural at the same time. One of these creatures, slightly taller than the rest, ambles to the fore, carrying itself with a sense of grave self-importance, beginning to address the group. "My children," he begins, the surrounding leshies giving him attention. "We have begun to become outnumbered in our home. I arrived in this barren scrap many years ago and saw the potential here. No one to come interrupt me as I began to create our little community. From the moment I trapped that first stray cat long ago, smashing it beneath a pile of detritus, I knew I could go and make us strong. That's when I created you, Chumbum." He points at one of the mushrooms. "You grew strong, and together we were able to arrange for the deaths of more cats, dogs, squirrels, birds, all manner of small creature to create this, our garden, and perform the profane rituals in order to raise the lot of you." The mushrooms all mumble in pleasure of their work. "I thought we were safe from the prying eyes of other creatures and could continue our lives in peace, gathering more sacrifices so that we may thrive. However, lately there have been intruders to our haven. First, those awful goblins invaded our realm, never once watching their step and minding our garden, destroying those that we had so carefully tended, and taking our corpses to feed themselves. Then those awful mutant gnolls arrived. Many brothers and sisters have been lost via their comings and goings, trampling our new companions again and again." The other mushrooms all begin to mutter angrily amongst one another. "But," the large fungus sharply exhales, quieting the others, "we shall stand for this no more. No more shall we be trampled. No more shall our siblings be desecrated. And no more shall we be kicked around." He pauses, gathering himself. The others all stare in rapt attention, some black ichor emanating from their mouths as they hold their excitement in, awaiting the next words from their leader. "We shall assume our more natural form and lay an ambush. The next creatures that come through this, our glorious fungal patch, and do not treat us nor our patch with the proper respect we deserve, shall meet their end. And then we shall use their corpses to grow new life and become the rulers of this entire scrapyard. I guarantee our victory, for no one is stronger than us. The name of Shumfallow shall be whispered amongst those among the city as one of the true powers of Alkenstar, and you, my followers, will become as gods. A cheer raises up from those gathered as they all make their way to various places amongst their fungal patch, awaiting the next creature, be they goblin, gnoll, or possibly dwarf, to show them mistreatment. We lead off from there. Oh, thank you. You guys have destroyed a bunch of fungal creatures and then a bunch of gnolls on top of it. What do you want to do?
Ruxel is gonna go over and grab one of the mutant gnoll bodies and drag it over to the mushroom patch as an offering of peace, to let our group have safe passage back through here again should we need it.
I was gonna say I like the nail gobblers. They're awesome goblins, but these leshies are kind of cute too.
To be fair, you haven't noticed any more mushroomy leshies. You feel like you've kind of murdered all of them.
Verilla pipes up, just like, I'm sorry. I think they're all dead.
Did we loot those gnoll bodies?
You did not. You loot them, and
You got a bunch of
they're not
junk?
carrying much, but yeah, a bunch of junk. But both of them have 2 gold pieces on them.
Total or each?
2 each.
Ooh.
That will buy us 1 scroll.
With no
Which
spells.
may or may not have already been distributed amongst you.
So we can go back and collect a reward from the goblins or proceed forward into the sewer. Is that where we're at?
Pretty much where you're at, yeah.
Reward gathering sounds like a smart move.
I think so too.
Agreed.
Reward gathering.
All right. We don't need to drag you guys back through. So you guys head back to the Nail Gobbler camp. Yeah, there's a lot. It doesn't need to happen. You guys head back to the Nail Gobbler camp. And there's a bunch of gobbos there, all pretty excited, including... Where are ya? She's coming back. Going very slowly. Monsi is there as well. The cutest goblin that's ever been. And Lord Glass is out, and he says, "Welcome, friends. You have returned. Do you have news? Have you taken care of the gnoll threat?"
Yep.
We've taken care of the gnolls and the leshies and the mutants. This is now the land of the mighty, the strong, the brave, the nail gobblers. Hail Monsi, hail Lord Glass.
Oh. Well, I mean, Monty's great, but like, I'm the leader, so hail me. But pay respects to Monty, sure, but meh.
We all stand up and bow tribute to Monsi.
Oh no.
Gotta pay tribute.
I am not doing such, just to be clear.
Verilla is just leaning up a pile of scrap, just shaking her head and be like, "Oh my gosh."
I'm just using prestidigitation to get as much mock off me as possible.
Lord Glass comes forward and he says, "Well, as promised, here is our most finest junk." And he takes out this lockbox, and inside he presents you with 2 large chunks of cold iron.
Ooh. Thank you.
How large is it? It could be turned into like a weapon.
Yes, it could definitely be turned. Each chunk can be turned into a weapon.
I will say thanks to him.
And do we get anything extra for taking out the leshies?
To be honest, we'd never seen the leshies.
Oh.
You guys do a lot of traveling, I see.
Well, no, I assume that was in the big patch of green, right? Because that's where leshies would be. We just took all their, there was some dead cats and dogs, and we were, pretty hungry, so we just took them in.
Whoa! What?
Doesn't
Dead what?
What? They're dead.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Goblins
yeah,
don't.
you're pretty big. We wouldn't have been able to take you down. And then he kind of licks his lips a little bit.
He's like looks around.
Do goblins hate cats? I know they hate dogs. They hate dogs and horses like a lot.
Is it,
They do
maybe
hate
they're-
them a lot.
are they like
Maybe they're
Alf?
cool with cats.
But
They
that's
have
good. That's good
cats.
stew meat.
I think it's more just eating for eating's sake. Yeah,
That's good
especially
stew
that
meat.
one that you just showed us. Yeah. Delicious cat stew. Meow, meow,
Saxonius.
meow, meow. They scream when we put them in.
Saxonius is now forever a little more skeptical of the goblins.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well,
So he's there, and you guys are there, and Lord Glass takes a look at you. He's like, "Well, I think that's about where we're at. You guys have done us a great favor, and I guess we rule the scrapyard now. This is amazing, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this kind gift.
Yeah.
It's the least that we can do.
we'll
Um,
call upon you when we need you.
It was
Oh,
good.
beautiful."
Good trade, good relations. Enjoy your
He
stew.
goes, hold on one second. And he looks kind of quizzically at you, Kelvin. It's like, you come over here.
Okay.
And he goes and looks at your face. He peels like he
He peels your
looks in.
face off.
No, he doesn't
Face.
peel your face off.
Oh,
Peels off your face and looks under.
But he does look at your face, and he like sees this bit of metal that's crawling up your face. I believe we've all know we've this has been described before, right, Patrick?
I don't think it has yet.
Oh, okay. So it's crawling up, I believe. Well, you tell me where it's going up.
It's kind of peeking up out of my shirt collar and my breastplate. And it at first you'd think it was just some little like shred of steel that some little burr or something. But then it changes color and it starts creeping up Kelvin's neck. He's like, what is this?
And Lord Glass kind of grabs it and starts to like pull it just slightly off of you, and he goes, "No, oh, poor dwarf. Do you understand what this is?"
No.
And you see he's pulling it off, but it's struggling to come back onto you. And he says, How long have you had this?"
I don't know. Maybe a couple of years? Never seen it before. But I've always felt a little weird.
we don't have mirrors.
Have you not looked in a mirror? I do. Oh boy, you are
I look at
very not
clocks.
sane.
How often do you bathe?
Huh?
Well, I mean, he's a dwarf, just inventing everything all the time. He's stuck in his craft. He's
Scratches his beers and gears fall out.
and he kind of pulls at it again, and it snaps back again. He's like, does this hurt when I lift it off?
A little bit.
Oh, I forgot. Ow!
Well, I'm afraid, my friend, that you have been blessed is not the correct term. Cursed? Also not quite correct. You have, we'll call it a symbiote that is attached to you. We've run into these once or twice before. You've seen the scrapyard. These things are everywhere. It's this. Do you remember when this attached to you?
I don't.
I mean, you don't. You don't. You never saw it before, correct?
Yeah. All I know is, as soon as I escaped the mine that collapsed and took my family, I blacked out. And ever since then, I've been feeling weird.
Have you noticed that you've grown a little bit stronger in some certain powers?
What are you talking about?
Oh boy. Okay. Well. All right. I would advise you to take caution. It will. This thing is alive. It is attached to you, and it is alive. It will help you, but it is helping you to help itself. Do not rely on it, lest you be taken over.
With great power.
All right.
All right, spooky.
Comes a symbiote.
Vrilla comes up. Have you ever thought about taking a shower or a bath? Ever?
Huh?
Walt.
And he's
So I've
just
got a
slick
dark
with booze.
passenger.
Well, if you take caution, it should be everything should be okay. But there's likely a reason that it attached itself to you. So, take caution, take heed. Good luck.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you don't hear it talking to you, do you?
Huh?
Like a grizzly Tom Hardy
Doesn't hear
voice.
anybody talking to him.
Take his crystals.
And with that, he kind of backs off, and he's like, I don't know what advice else I can give you, but again, be cautious.
Thank you for your wisdom.
Sounds
Yeah,
like we
thanks.
got a loose cannon on our hands. A loose hammer cannon.
Loose
A
hammer.
loose
cannon.
ham cannon.
Is this
Oh,
is this a symbiote who just wants hands so that it can throw hammers? And that's why Kelvin is so hammer throwing?
Probably.
I mean, you can't rule it out.
Hey, sorry, perfect time for raid. Roll for perception. Thank you so much for the raid with 14.
Hello, everybody.
Well, thank y'all.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Thanks for coming in.
Appreciate it.
I think we're just about to escape this scrapyard with our load of 7 players.
Does anyone want to describe what we're doing?
Yeah, figure it out.
I meant to our... You sure? Come along for the ride, Raiders.
Are you guys so the goblins seem like they've cured or not cured, they've kind of finished up with you guys, given you your treasure. Time to head out.
Did somebody
Time to
grab
head out.
the cold iron?
Do we get the lockbox
No.
at the cold? Do we get the lockbox that the cold iron is in, or just the cold iron?
Just the cold iron.
Okay.
You know, put that in the bag of holding.
As long as we come back to see the nail gobblers sometime, because they are the best goblins.
I don't know if we have any space in the bag of holding.
You can give it to me. Adriel's strong. She's got
Okay.
space.
Oh, I can take it. I've got
All
plenty
right.
of space.
First one to grab it.
Varilla just watches. She's like, I'm not carrying that. I'm dirty enough. Thanks.
Oh, Varela, I'm sorry. Come here. I start casting prestidigitation on you.
And Varela is like so happy. She's like, you and I are going to be best friends. This is not a place for a lady like myself.
Or a lady like me. I should be with the dragon, but we'll discuss dragon more later. Do not worry.
As a dwarf, I take the 2 cold iron chunks and name them Kitty.
Kit and
Okay.
tea?
No, they're both Kitty.
Only together. So should we see if this sewer drain leads back to the Ferris quarter?
Yeah. So, cool. You guys head into that sewer drain?
Absolutely.
Great. So you guys crawl in through this opening into the sewer, and it takes a long time. You guys are going through, and you kind of note that you start to hear the hustle and bustle of the city as you're going through. But as you start to hear the city noise, you hear someone talking. You hear this woman's voice saying, "You're so useless. At this point, finding them is going to be impossible. They've likely gotten back to their hideout by now. Did you contact Forge, or did your contact forge that evidence we need to arrest Gattleby? A week? Tell them they have 5 days. Hurry it up. You, raid the usual places in Hellside and Smokeside. If you find the thieves, kill them. They were trying to kill you, after all. Got it? You had no choice. Let your squad know that anyone who makes the killing shot gets a nice fat purse from Mugland as a thank you. Now, get out of here before I shoot you myself." You hear the voice swear under her breath, and then the sound of her footsteps echoing away down through the sewer drain.
Did it sound like they were in the sewer?
What? No, it was through the sewer drain, up above you.
Oh, okay.
Would I recognize this voice?
Perhaps. Perception checks?
Yes.
Let's see. Varilla, Astra, you two recognize it as the same voice that yelled at you when you brought down the scrap at the beginning of the scrapyard. I believe.
Now,
yes?
According to Adriel's backstory, Adriel probably knows who this is.
Yes.
Yes?
You would recognize it. You would recognize it at the top. I don't remember everyone's backstories. Everyone that knows of Angelique Lovelace, deputy of the Shield Marshals, recognizes her voice.
And can you remind me, what was the name of the person that she said she wanted to forge evidence about?
Gattleby.
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 Does that name sound familiar?
Roll me a society check.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll knowledge Elkenstar?
Sure, yes. Okay. Yeah. I don't think anyone recognizes that name off the top of their head.
Fair.
Doesn't sound familiar to me, that's for sure. But we know Lovelace.
We should make sure to mention it to our employer.
Sounds like we're attracting a lot of heat.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of are. However, you guys did use your hats of disguise, so no one saw your face.
Unfortunately, we all looked like each other, just different members of the same group. So,
I said that was bad plan, but
well, I thought it would just be funny.
So you guys you guys get out of the sewers, and you're really close to the saloon, like a couple blocks away.
There. Let's barge in the front door, drop our chest full of gold in the middle of the tavern, make a big scene.
maybe
or do it the quiet way.
we
Yeah,
can
let's do it
call,
the quiet way. Let's
call
trickle
that
in there.
Plan B.
Yeah.
Are there mushrooms I can kick?
There's
Yes,
always
how-
more mushrooms.
What dumb thing can Patrick do to kick us straight into combat? Please tell us there's something.
All sorts of
We enter a new area. Patrick?
things. Okay.
Oh,
I deleted all of your tokens from the scene, so bringing you in.
oh no.
Characters.
Alright.
You
Roll new
campaign.
characters.
You campaign.
So you walk in, and Phoebe sees you from behind the bar, and she's polishing a glass, and she glances over at you and tilts her head back to the back rooms that you guys had met in before.
Well, that's where we go.
Car looks awfully familiar.
Definitely.
Patrick, do you feel like shooting anyone in the leg?
I don't have guns. That's your job now.
Oh boy.
Does your symbiote have a gun?
I wish.
Okay, so we'll just go through. We don't need to go into the actual room itself.
We all
So,
demand to speak at the bar.
There goes Varela. She grabs the bag of holding from you guys and like starts to try working the big old box out from it, and she's like, "Can any of y'all help me?"
Verla will aid.
Sure.
As will Adriel.
Okay, enough of you are helping that you're able to get that big old box out. And she opens the chest, takes a second to lockpick it, and pours out hundreds of gold pieces worth of gold and silver coin. And takes a bunch of them and throws each of you 25 gold pieces worth of coins.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ah.
Hell
She
yeah.
goes, "Your payment, there you go.
Thank you.
If you'd like, you guys can keep your hats of disguise for 15 gold pieces. I need them back otherwise. What you guys can keep, that bag of holding. Hold on to it. It's all for you."
Thank you.
That's a disguise.
So if we have already described purchases to you, is that 25 gold pieces?
I've already taken care of it.
Sure.
That was all part of everything. I believe I described it as after you guys get paid. So
Okay.
I had been considering not getting hat, but after we heard what we heard in sewer,
Yeah.
Adriel will still confidently fight her way out of anything. She doesn't need a hat
yeah.
of disguise,
Oh,
even though she won't admit it, but she is in hiding.
I was going to
Madam-
say, does having them actually make us more, look more guilty?
I mean,
If
they
you
don't
were
know it's
guilty,
a
how
hat
come you're
disguise.
wearing a hat of disguise around everywhere?
It just looks like an ordinary hat, but when you activate it, it works for a minute once per day, and you get that illusory disguise spell on you.
I
So-
will hand mine back in.
I hand in my hat.
Glad.
I'll hand mine
hand it
to-
in the hat.
Varilla will as well.
Anybody keeping a
Well,
hat?
Well, it would be strange if I was the only one who did not look like the companions I am normally with when you go do crimes. So
I mean, having a hat around isn't a bad plan,
Yeah.
but
if you would like to buy it, I welcome you to spend your gold then.
I'll keep mine.
Oh, you're gonna purchase it, huh?
Sure.
Okay.
I am saving for healer's gloves.
Or
Well, that's mighty sporting of you.
I will take care of that. in
Oh
a
yeah, I suppose I could heal you as well with it. Yeah, that is true. Yes.
Okay. She goes, all right, y'all have any questions about what happened out there?
Yes, they may be looking here for you. They said they're going to search the regular haunts.
Well, look for us probably, but we'll definitely point the finger at you if that happens.
Wait, sorry, what was that again?
we're just saying Loveless is not letting this go. She's got the whole city out looking for us now.
Oh, she goes, well, y'all use those hats of disguise, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
We sure did.
Look, as long as y'all don't say anything about this or me or the saloon, no one's gonna come looking for you. Y'all be safe right here.
Oh, what was that name we could not recognize?
Gattleby.
Do you know a Gattleby?
Gattleby? The name's familiar.
That horrible woman was interested in him.
Interesting. Well, here's the thing. And, you know, she swirls the dregs of whiskey in her glass, takes it down, stands up. She unholsters her shotgun in one fluid motion and sets it on the bar counter. She goes, well now. I suddenly have a lot of dirt on each of you, don't I? Armed robbery, obstruction of justice, evading the law. Quite a rap sheet. She leans against the bar, stretches casually. I guess this means I should tell you something about me. I'm not just a saloon owner, for starters. She removes her holster, sets it on the bar next to her shotgun. In fact, I work for a very powerful person, someone you're no doubt familiar with. She puts one hand in her vest, palms something, and extends her closed hand. It's a small signet ring that exhibits the distinctive symbol of the Grand Duchy of Alkenstar. Does Grand Duchess Trietta Riccia ring a bell? I thought so. She starts to giggle to herself, enthralled with her own theatrics. What this means is, since you work for me, you actually work for the Grand Duchess. She begins to laugh, her cool facade finally cracking, and slips the ring back into her pocket. What surprise? Trust me, it's good to have friends in hot places. Besides, now that we're all formally acquainted, it's about time the real fun began, don't you think? You brought up Mr. Gattleby. Mr. Gattleby is your next assignment. Now, it's an escort mission. You guys have a couple of days, though.
I'm not that sort of woman.
Varilla's like, I've done worse.
Will we be
Your escort as needed, Miss
will we be
Nola.
flying A-wings for this escort mission? Because those are the only kind of escort missions I'm familiar with.
I prefer a B-wing with a bomb. Yeah.
will we be following an NPC that's going super slow the whole time? Because those
He'll
are the
be
escort
following
quests I'm
me.
familiar with.
Yeah.
Just
I guess
slightly
you're fine.
slower than our running speed.
Yeah.
I guess you'll find out. You know, so she starts to pace around the room. She's very enthusiastic. Like, she's very excited about what has happened with this heist. She is very excited with the way that she has presented everything to you because she is very theatrical. She goes, for this next job, the Duchess has asked us to secure some very precious cargo. And she slides a broadsheet across the table, and this poster is in front of you, and it says Vashon Gattleby's Pyronite Exhibition, and shows that it will be at Blithier College. The poster includes a wood print of a harried human man in his 50s, presumably Gattleby, and some hyperbolic copy promoting the once-in-a-lifetime explosive showcase. Now, maybe y'all have not heard of this, but Mr. Gattleby has created something called Pyronite. It's been the talk of the town ever since he leveled half of Blithier's largest auditorium. Well, his invention has gotten him a lot of admirers recently. Everyone in Alkenstar wants a piece of the man, or at least a piece of his new invention. Thankfully for us, he's turned down everyone who's offered to hire him or buy the Pyronite formula from him. He's been able to hold off his prospectors from the safety of his home so far, but he can't hold down that puny brick-and-mortar fortress forever. Fortunately, the Grand Duchess and I have managed to convince Gattleby he'd be better off here in the saloon's workshop, where no one will know his location. He's game, and now we just need to get him from point A to point B. That's where y'all come in. We need you to meet him at his home on the other side of the city and bring him back to the Barrel and Bullet. Once he's here, I can keep him safe. Simple enough job, right?
Can we
Go
take
get him. What?
Can we take one hat of disguise for Battleby?
I
So-
mean, y'all bought one, so yes.
Oh, that's right. Yes, our friend can. Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Now, go get him. Bring him back here. I'm paying you 50 gold apiece to bring him back in one piece.
Ooh, hot damn!
Yes, madam.
Yeah, it's
Then
double.
she-
One day.
That is double. She starts to look like she remembered something bad and pinches the bridge of her nose. Oh yeah. As part of our arrangement, Gattleby made us promise that he'd be able to make a stop along the way here, near Ironside Quarter at some abandoned brewery. Got me why, but that's the deal. Stop at a place called Yeast of All Brewery once you've got Gattleby. Besides, it might be a good place to lay low if you need to catch your breath. Anyway, we don't have much time to get this done. Mugglin and Lovelace are likely to make a grab for Gattleby soon. Mugglin's been moving money around and paying off some shady folk. By my estimations, we have probably 4 to 7 days to get to Gattleby before our cargo is compromised. Be ready for Muglin's mercenaries, Lovelace's street gangs, or anyone else under our rivals' thumbs. She pulls up a map of Alkenstar from a nearby shelf and unfurls it across the table. Y'all should scout your route before you pick up Gattleby just to make sure it's safe. Then she removes her cameo brooch and sets it on top of the map. Show this to him so he knows you're working for me.
I'll grab the brooch.
You'll grab the brooch. Okay.
I'll look at the map.
Yeah, let me pull that up.
We just click on Alkenstar City of Smog.
Yeah, I think that's just going to be it. That should stay open for everyone. Hopefully. This is... Alright, any questions about anything?
Where's Gattleby staying?
Over here, and she points to a spot on the map that I cannot remember right off the top of my head. Thank you very much.
It's in the city, though.
Yeah, it's in the city. It's not outside of Alkenstar.
Are there any ferries across the river, or is it only the 3 bridges?
It's just the bridges.
Looks like there's some docks. I bet we could find somebody to take us across.
Those docks are for the steamships and for the comings and goings out of town as far as trade is concerned. We cannot block up the path with a bunch of little boats.
I just noticed
Um,
there's a spot on the map called Pilot Square that appears to be full of dirigibles. That's awesome.
Also,
That's the airport.
They'll never
if
see
you're
it
on the
coming.
Alkenstar map, Galsby's house is up here in Smokeside on the upper left.
And
Okay.
where are we again?
Ferris Quarter?
In the Ferris Quarter.
Okay. That's
Somewhere
not
in
too
here.
far. Okay.
You said we don't have to get him for a couple days?
Nah, y'all have some time.
And the brewery was where at?
Where are you, Yeast of All?
Good question. On the way other side of the city.
Yeah, exactly.
Down in Pilot Square
Right.
on
Yeah.
the dirigible?
It's on a dirigible.
I think she said. Let me just double check here. I have to switch between like 8 different scenes right now. I believe it was in the Ironside district.
Right on the way. Depending on which way you go.
No, our way is now decided.
Seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
That's-
near Ironside Quarter. So
That is what worries me.
somewhere.
I certainly can't fathom any complications that could arise.
So Galby's house is over here. The brewery is somewhere around here, I'd
Mhm.
say. And then getting back to here.
What's the difference between the north side of the lake and the south side of the lake?
Smoke
The
side?
north side of the
Sky
lake is
side.
on the north. The south side of the lake is on the south.
So no other distinctive differences.
They're just different districts.
Okay, so like one side isn't more rough and tumble than the other, or more commercial than the other.
We-
or anything.
This whole
Th-
west
this-
side of the river is the rough and tumble.
The smoke
Yeah.
side's pretty rough and tumble, yeah.
Yeah, but even within that, there's variation.
I think
Sky-
what UV is
Skyside-
asking is which areas are being gentrified currently.
Yes. Yeah.
Like-
Which of these is Hell's Kitchen?
There's actually the river is a pretty good indicate, or is a pretty good stopper. There's not really too much as far as gentrification is going on. Skyside is filled with rich people, and that's where they want to be and where they want to stay. Smokeside is not extremely friendly to people in general. The whole thing is like that feeling of everyone toughening up. Your iron hardens iron. That's a big thing in kind of Alkenstar in general.
So this is literally a map of Pittsburgh where there used to be like an actual smog district where all the factories were, all the steel mills, and then across the river was the rich district.
You might not be too far off there.
Pittsburgh needs more Zeppelins.
It's true.
Yeah. Okay. So, if you don't have any more questions,
Oh, and we
For
can
her.
hang out here free of charge while we're running this mission. Staying at the inn.
free of charge. That's cute.
you.
Y'all can pay for your accommodations.
Half price.
50 gold.
Cute.
Can I at least charge my phone?
Yeah, you can charge your phone if I charge you.
Ooh!
We will need to rest somewhere though, because we've got our amazing new powers coming.
Yeah. Well, I don't even feel like a member of this faction.
You
Okay.
can stay there. It's just it's pretty cheap overall.
You guys got like an extra, like a kitchen or something we can just stay in for free?
Verilla will stay there. She's like, I'm not one to sleep on the streets.
There's no park nearby to sleep in, it looks like.
Like, what are we talking about? A couple silver pieces a night? Gold a night?
It's a gold piece for a whole week.
Oh, yeah. I'm fine with that.
Wait, how many of us can fit to a room? I think all.
Who wants to share with Kelvin?
All right, one room for Kelvin.
Not it.
Yeah, he gets
Okay, everyone but Kelvin, right?
2 beds.
I'll pay for Kelvin to have his own room.
Yeah. The rest of us can sleep in shifts on, right? I mean, we don't all have to be in the bed at once.
Sure.
Varilla will be like, I'll have my own room, thank you. And she'll slap a gold piece on the counter.
Big spender.
Wow. Just take your choice from upstairs.
Like, if I clean all your clothes this week, can I stay in the room?
She
I mean,
kind of...
If that's equivalent,
You gonna have time to help us? What?
depends how good of a job y'all do. That is something you can do for downtime. Is just try and clean stuff for money. You
So,
can see if it's equivalent.
Adriel is definitely going to try to earn some money, and if we have some downtime here, because her background is doing saloon performances, feats
Oh,
of
that's
strength,
true.
while reciting poems and things about battle and limericks about fights and barroom brawls. So, heck yeah, that's what she's going to do if we're going to spend a few days downtime.
Well,
Now, Vogel
so
desperately looks up the rules for earning income in downtime.
already desperately looked up, my friend. Here's the other things. She just recommended also that y'all try and scout a route out in your downtime.
Yep.
So we've got
So you can do scouting a route as a downtime activity. You can try and earn income as normal as a downtime activity. And you can also try to gather information as a downtime activity as you're at a bar that's kind of got chatty patrons. They'll talk. So you can hang out around the bar and gather information. You can go and scout a route, and the more you scout a route, you will gain something called preparation points.
Preparation points? Yeah.
So, every preparation point will make something easier along the way.
Well, I'm gonna be hunting around for a magician, so I'll do scouting.
Oh, you don't need to look around for that.
Oh,
like that's something
I just think thematically that's what my character's doing.
I know. I'm telling you that that's something you can find as something to purchase. It's not like you're looking for a hidden magician somewhere.
I played a fair number of RPGs. I think I know what I'm talking about here.
Oh boy. Okay. There's always like a house that you can go to try and get someone to cast.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll spend my time scouting, anyways, though.
Okay.
Is there an upper limit to should all 7 of us scout for 7 days and get 21 preparation points, or is that too much?
So I do have a slight variation that's happening because there are so goddamn many of you that the preparation point thresholds are a little bit larger. You can spend half a day scouting the route. So
Vril will do that.
Total or per day?
What's that?
It's just half a day total scouting?
Yep.
Okay. Sure. So only one person needs to do that.
Well, I think if multiple people do it, it still is helpful.
Sorry, Varilla will what?
Oh, I was to say she'll do that because she's not really one who likes to work.
Okay. Adriel is going to be making money.
Yep, Adriel will earn income in the bar.
Inari?
Nari's gonna open a pop-up fortune-telling stand in the tavern common room.
Earn income.
It's actually pretty perfect.
Ruxel?
Ruxel's gonna go and look for a couple marks. Maybe a few people that have a little extra coin in their pocket that, you know, I'm not gonna take away from like the poor. If people have like tattered clothes, I'm not gonna go for them. I have a code. But more of the people who like maybe like some silks. See if see if I see any of those.
You immediately robbed Villarella.
I'm sorry, I just saw the silk. I couldn't help it.
As weird as it is to put it, all this pickpocketing is earning income, so
someone's income.
Kelvin?
At the mention of a workshop, I'm gonna earn some income.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to spend like 1 day doing that. Or do I have to do the whole entire downtime of just pickpocketing?
Just 12 hours a day, just out there doing it hard.
Okay.
On that grind.
Oh boy. Okay.
We're earning a
Now
lot of
we're
income
looking
and not doing a lot of preparing.
There's two of us doing
there's
preparing
two
at
of
least.
them that seem to be scouting. I don't know how long they're going to be doing the scouting.
There are two of us.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I can information gather, kind of as the goal
Oh,
of
there you go.
fortune telling rather than.
Incoming.
So, like, the fortune telling is just a front for gathering information from the tavern
I
patrons.
like it. I like it.
All right, I'll take that.
Because what my idea was to spend a day pickpocketing, then a day scouting.
So like
And
50-50
then-
for you?
Yeah, because we only have, they said 4 to 7 days before we should probably do this, because
Yeah.
then Muglin and Loveless is going to be looking for Gattleby too. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to spend time wisely.
Yeah, no, makes sense.
And you've heard that they're already looking
Yeah.
for him. Let's see. Who am I missing?
Me.
Kelvin.
Oh, yeah, Jacksonius.
Well,
What do you want to do?
My stealing days are behind me, so I think I'm gonna try to make an honest living here and do some.
Do you
work
know what
around.
we do?
I mean, I only do Robin Hood style thievery these days.
Russell pats you on the shoulders, like I knew you had it in you.
So you're going to attempt to earn income.
That's right.
Okay. And then Ruxel's going to do half and half. Okay, so
Gotta make back from that
I-
disguise.
I have
That's right, yeah,
good
fair.
ideas on how to do this. Okay, so let's take care of the earn incomers first. Okay. Adriel. So this is going to cover. This is the nice thing about downtime. Downtime, you can make cover a decent amount of spread of time here, in just one roll. So Adriel, give me a performance check.
I think so. With a lack of tokens, I don't know that we technically can do that, but I can just roll a d20 and add
Can you
8
do
to
that
it.
through your character sheet on here? If you
That's a good
press C, does
question.
it still pop up your character sheet?
I do see the character sheet. I've never actually rolled from my character sheet, but I'll give
can
that a
also-
go.
Click back on the Barrel and Bullet Saloon from the map, and then you'll have a character again.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Ah. I just rolled from my character sheet.
Nice.
Perfect. Huh. your name is now B, so that's weird. Popping up odd. Okay. Great. That is a critical success.
Nice.
Wonderful.
So you gain. This is for 4 days. 4 times 4. 1 gold, 6 silver.
That is not bad.
And we're saying this is across 4 days right here, okay? Kelvin. Crafting. Okay, that is a failure. Now, failed, you still make money. But it is not nearly as much. Normal success with a trained level is 2 silver pieces. A failure is 2 copper pieces. As Adriel critically succeeded, it was 4 silver pieces. So, 2 copper pieces times 4 days, that's 8 copper pieces you gain. You guys can add this money to your character sheets. Jacksonius, how are you trying to earn income again? Are you crafting? Is that the plan?
Bartending.
Bartending.
I don't.
Interesting.
I just like the idea of you like forcing your way behind the bar, just starting up.
I don't need no license for this or anything, do I?
Yeah. If you want anything other than a beer, just shut up, here.
Man, what am I gonna make that? Okay,
Drink.
I'm going to say
Drink.
no. You can choose between diplomacy, crafting, performance, or society.
I'm just looking here. Wow, I'm not good at any. Very good at any of those things.
Perhaps that was a poor decision.
Go with. I'll go with.
You could try to make money as a bar back instead.
You know what, GM? We did go to that one bar in college, and I'd say she was rolling intimidation.
I'll go with.
Not that type of bar.
Yeah, maybe I should just do something more acrobatic in the bar.
You just do somersaults around the bar? Is that the plan?
Yep, I'm just gonna do cat-like performances.
It's a double act between you and the bard.
Oh, don't drag the bar down.
Yeah, Adriel does not want that as part of her act.
Just go into the public square, put a hat out, and just do some jumping jacks.
Can I do? Can I do
How
like?
about this? You're bar back. You're carrying shit between the front and the back. You're like loaded up with mugs. You're doing serving.
You're strong.
You can do an athletics check for it.
Okay, I was I was hoping I'd be able to do Oh, sorry, I'm gonna make this blind GM, right?
A religion check.
I think everyone else has been not blind, so go ahead and just roll it. It's fine.
How good of a job you've done.
I was hoping I was gonna do like bar, activities, like fun, whatever you call that.
What is bar activity?
Drinking.
Bar activities.
Yeah, drinking is bar activity.
Like
Gorilla's drinking at the
glasses
bar.
around and all that shit.
Holding the bar up.
Anyway,
How
there
much
we
will
go.
you give me if I drink this whole
You're
bottle?
grabbing the kegs, bringing them up. You're putting the kegs in. Yeah, sure. Like that's fine.
That's a bar back.
That's
Slinging
where your
drinks.
athletics checks come. You are not slinging drinks with any of those
I mean,
choices that I gave you. You
you could
decided
throw the
not to do
drinks.
any of those.
could, like,
So
Whatever you want me to do, that's fine.
yeah, If you want to be pouring drinks, then it's one
No,
of the
no.
4 skills that you are untrained in.
No. This is good. This is good. Let's do this.
Okay, so you start pouring drinks, and Phoebe goes, "Oh no. Oh, that is
No.
god awful."
I imagine you've already broken 3 glasses in like 20 seconds. You're like, "Ugh."
You're just smashing them into people, and she's like, "How about y'all just go pick up some kegs for me?" And then
You got it, ma'am.
reluctantly start doing that. And surprisingly enough, you succeed. So you gain 8 silver pieces across those 4 days of work, and then Rux, is it going to be 2 days then of the 4?
Yes.
Okay, so give me a thievery check, please.
That's just roll thievery, right?
Yep.
You said you're doing that for 2 days?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, you get
Oh, nice.
that's a success. So 4 silver pieces into your pouch.
Sorry, I haven't been.
Again, everyone, add your own money, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So was I supposed to subtract the 15 then also?
I'm going to take care of that in the break.
Okay. You said 7.
I mean, if
silver?
you want to do it, you can go ahead and do it actually, because you know how to do it.
Sure.
You click on the minus and then put 15 into the gold slot.
Okay. And then how much silver was I gaining? 7 was it?
You got 4. No, 8.
8.
Sorry.
8?
Yes, 8 silver pieces.
Okay.
Cool. Then, Rux, I want the other half for your scouting. We're going to do it that way. What are we going to do this with? Again, I need to keep opening up all these different things. All right.
More thievery.
Athletics, perception, society, or survival.
One more time.
Athletics, perception, society, or survival.
Let's go with perception.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Give me 3 more of those.
Of just perception or all of those that you mentioned?
It's perception. Whatever the one is that you want to use. That's where we're at.
Do the
Okay.
same 4 times total.
Yep, 4 times total.
There we go.
Getting better. And
Okay.
then one more.
Yep, one more.
Come on. Let's do this. I'll take it.
Great. Okay, let's do Inari's gather information.
Okay. Deception.
Because of how you're doing, let's see. Let me open up your character sheet real quick. Okay, I will say, as how you describe this, I want you to give me performance checks.
Okay.
And just roll off a quick 8 performance checks for me.
Oof.
Nice.
Recovery.
Okay.
Up you.
All right.
I think that's 8.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, perfect. Let's see how much get taken away. Oh, interesting. This actually doesn't do the same thing as that. So, great. Here's what you learn. Okay. Okay. You learn from while you're going, you're just kind of listening to the bar's patrons as you're doing your fortune telling. You hear that like alchemists all over town are trying to duplicate Gattleby's results, but most of them are blowing up their own labs. Like some of them are burning down entire buildings. Then that's not gonna work. Then you hear that man, someone says like another shipment lost. That Powder Punks gang is out of control. They didn't even steal my shipment, they just blew it for fun. What kind of miscreants. Did you know they snort black powder? Powder keg punks. Then the shield marshals shut down my shop again. I don't sell anything edible. I don't know why rats would be a problem. Then let's see. And then yeah, that's about all you hear throughout the week. Or throughout
Sweet.
those couple of days. Yeah. Alright. Then I need scouting rolls from Varilla and Astra. Let's do Astra first. It's going to be, I believe I listed these off earlier. Interesting. Roll me athletics, perception, society, or survival.
Could I theoretically use Alchemstar with a lower DC? My lore skill? Because my perception is actually higher than my lore skill.
I'm going to say no for this one.
As much as I thematically feel lore is more appropriate, I will use perception because
I
that
get
is
to
definitely
decide
higher.
what lore is more.
No.
appropriate or not.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying what my character would like to be doing. She'll
Yeah,
instead be
sure.
using her eyeballs. All right. So you need 8 of these or what?
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. And 8.
Okay.
Real mixed bag.
Critical failures actually don't take any points away, so that's a plus. They don't want to punish you too badly. Okay, Varilla.
What were those 3?
Athletics, perception, society, or survival.
Have to go with athletics. 8 athletics rolls coming up.
Okay. I will tell you exactly what you have learned in 5 minutes when we return from break.
Huzzah!
Goodbye. Pardon me.
Well, I can start right back up in a minute.
Oh, boy.
Mm.
Not with that.
I think we're all back, right?
I said 9:10, but okay.
Oh,
And Patrick's
Alright.
still not here. So that's okay. Oh, there's he is. Hello, welcome back.
Found him.
Okay. So, here's what you guys learn. It's a whopping amount of stuff, because 2.5 of you, essentially, really leaned into it. So, here's what you learn. One, Gallaby's house sits away from the road, amid an overgrown yard full of sedum, sticky, bushy flowers. A small shed in front of the house facing away from the road. The property is enclosed in a chicken wire fence. I'm very curious as to who might have scouted Gallaby's house between Astra, Varilla, and Ruxel.
How close is it to the university?
To the what?
Wasn't he doing something? No, the broadsheet was on him doing a presentation at the university.
Yeah.
He doesn't stay at the
Earlier
university.
I pointed out he's in the upper, the northwestern area of the city.
We're like moving him ahead of his presentation for protection.
Yeah.
I don't know if we had specifically planned what parts of where we were going to be exploring.
I'm just asking a quick thing. Who would have done it? One of 3 people. Someone
Vrilla.
say yes. Vrilla, great.
Vrilla did-
Great. Roll me a nature or crafting check.
Sweet.
Ooh, we picked the crafter.
Sometimes there's too many questions for something that's relatively simple.
That's our job.
Okay. Great, just missed it. Cool. Then, someone has spotted the Eastaval Brewery. Looks like it's been out of business for a while. All the windows are boarded up from inside, and the doors are locked. Let's see. The best way to get back from Eastaval Brewery over here to the Barrel and Bullet Saloon is to cross this bridge that's going across the lake. It will cut across a large amount of area there. The old stone bridge is called Bottleneck Bridge. Vendors set up tents and wheel in carts to trade here during the day. At night, shield marshals set up a checkpoint on the bridge to reduce smuggling. Near one of the unrented stalls at Bottleneck Bridge are some cigar butts with gunpowder on the mouthpiece. Having put that together with the gather information of people snorting gunpowder, you figure out that you can probably expect an ambush here. I'll even tell you the bonuses that you're getting off of this. If there's an ambush there, which you can expect, there will be a bonus to initiative rolls. Then some nearby shops are undergoing renovations and would be perfect hiding spots for an ambush. An anonymous tip to the shield marshals should get those sites shut down for investigation. And then there are back alleys and side streets that provide alternative routes. This might come in handy if something specifically happens. So, that's everything you learn, which is pretty much everything. That anonymous tip, you can make it or not.
Could we possibly rent a boat to go across the lake? and avoid the whole ambush area? So I see tiny little docks, it looks like.
That might just.
Those are buildings, not
Oh, okay.
docks.
Ah,
I think that would cause more attention. Everybody's like, "Why are those people rowing across the lake?"
well,
Look at those 8 guys in that little boat.
I mean,
And we can also go around the lake.
Again, like I
the
said,
bridge
the best place to cross it.
Right.
is the
Yes.
best place to cross it where we know an ambush is going to happen? Even
Yes.
with
I think-
bonuses?
I think the options are go around and take a bunch of time and possibly have other things, or go through where we know there's an ambush. I'd rather know I'm being ambushed than not know I'm being ambushed.
Agreed. We can pre-buff, we can get ready, and we can also take out a bunch of scum.
Put in the tip.
Also-
Get the initiative bonus. Call it good.
Also, you know where that ambush is kind of going to be, where hiding spots are. So if you do that anonymous tip, maybe the ambush will be lessened.
Is it really an ambush then?
Which I think we should do that.
Agreed.
I'm in
Mhm.
favor of the anonymous tip for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Same.
Who's the snitchiest of us?
Somebody wearing the mask of hat of disguise.
Aw.
Oh yeah.
Good call.
Maybe Jacksonius will disguise himself as a dog. So it'll be like, "Ruh-roh, over there.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh."
Maybe-
Now, I
You'll be
will,
like,
Ruh-roh.
what is it, Lassie?
Rougher.
Maybe somebody with people skills could borrow said hat.
I love this idea that he puts it on, then has 1 minute to run into the some place and be like, "I got a tip."
I mean, I've got
Okay, I gotta go.
-1 deception, so maybe they'll believe me.
Meow, I'm a
mad.
dog. Meow.
It's anonymous. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, whoever wants to do
Oh,
it. I mean, I didn't spend the money on it, but yeah, whoever wants to do it.
I do think that's actually a good argument. Like, you spent the money on it. Like, you should get the you should have the fun of using it.
Yeah. Please do it. I would love that.
Sure. Sounds good.
All right. Jacksonius puts in an anonymous tip in his dog costume.
Exactly.
Tom and Jerry plan, I remember.
I want this acted out, Jacksonius.
Oh God. I got the tip. There it is.
I didn't expect you to just completely take my statement. Oh boy.
Just a
Oh,
tip.
what sort of tip do you have? Says the shield marshal.
Oh,
at
God,
the
this
shield
was a bad
marshal
idea for
point.
me to do this.
Yeah, this is. Listen to Astra. She is the wisest of party. You have 16 wisdom. Listen to me.
Well, this isn't
Too late
anonymous
now.
anymore.
Jacksonius is on his own.
Oh no. So we're already there, I guess.
You're there.
Yep.
Good luck.
You went in and you yelled, "I got the tip." And we're done.
Yeah, no, I really don't know what else to say. Actually, I'm sorry.
Is that what you say?
And then walk out. And then, like 30 seconds later, one of us come in. We have a tip.
Yeah, no,
And Jacksonius back with a script to read.
Yeah. Hello, peace officer. Sir and/or ma'am, as appropriate. We have.
I really should have went into this with more forethought.
Varilla will just go in there and be like, oh honey, let's just go. We'll just go. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen."
Like a confused elderly
Yeah.
dog.
Don't
Jacksonius,
there was
you
a
come back.
wizard.
Tell us if Jacksonius tells us that they come back and failed. I will borrow the hat and go in myself if I have to.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, we'll send. We have a friend. They'll come in. He was trying to say something nice. Just you know how those feisty wizards can get, and they must have just deleted his brain for, hopefully, just a little bit. And she squeezes your arms. All right, well, just somebody will be we'll be right back.
Oh,
Mulligan.
Hey. And he just kind of stares at you as you wander back out the door.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
All right. God.
I'm fine. I'm fine. You go ahead.
She runs in and he
All
goes,
right.
I got some tip.
Looking like Jacksonius.
Yes.
All right.
Or just the same exact dog that Jacksonius just.
Completely different accent, completely different voice, different species sounding. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
God. Give me that hat. Give me that. Okay. All right. Do you want me to roleplay this as well?
Yes.
Please.
All
Mostly
right.
because you need to do the have the accent while trying not to do the
No,
accent.
Hello. Howdy.
Wow, that really just slipped directly into Borat.
Hello.
Yeah, but you know.
I would like to report suspicious buildings. I think they're called the Powder Gangers.
Powder gangers?
Powder keg gang. I mean,
The powder
Yes.
keg pug. The powder keg pugs.
Yes.
The powder gangers.
While I was looking at the various stalls at the bridge across the lake, I noticed a bunch of rough men with slightly explodey powder with their cigars, looking very menacing and just bad people. And I asked, like, who are those jackasses over there? And they say, oh, don't talk to them. They are the powder keg people.
Oh, the powder keg punks? That
Yes.
that does sound like them.
Yes. And then
Maybe, maybe
wow,
we'll go send a couple guys to check them out.
I think so. I heard that they may be in some of the buildings. Was it to the east and west, Fogel?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some of those buildings, I think over there. Just saying, I have nieces and nephews that live not far. I don't want them to be endangered.
Oh, well, thank you, ma'am. We'll get right on it.
I
Franklin, and this guy comes up and starts to go hup 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 and goes out the door with his shield in front of him.
Thank you for your service. And then I leave.
No problemo. And that's what he says.
Don't worry, they didn't hear my accent at all. It was flawless.
That was my favorite. Okay.
Here's your hat, bat dog man. It's just like kind of roughly put it in your hand.
Thank you.
We'll have classes on this later. Come.
Good.
Public speaking classes.
Yes. Yep. And then I presume like we can just go buy some like roleplay. We're out buying some stuff as well. Whatever. I need to get my
Right,
mask.
we don't need to roleplay buying out all your
perfect.
equipment.
Alright.
We did equip purchasing between
Yeah.
sessions, so
Yep.
everyone should be pretty much all set to go.
Anyone?
Did anyone
not?
find? Yeah, is there something that's missing from anyone?
There's something I might want for Varilla, but I can't find it. If I can afford it, is okay if I just plunk it on my character sheet. It was that.
Sure,
If it's not like outrageous.
it probably is.
outrageous.
I forget what it's called.
I've
It
got
was
a
that
great
cool
one.
pack that has all the different things in it. I think I got it for
Like the
Tristan.
backpack of whatever you need or whatever it is.
Yeah, what was that called?
Like the Adventures
The
backpack?
backpack of bullshit. Got it.
Yes, if I find it, I'll put it on there. If not, we won't worry about it.
Cool.
Sounds good.
I'll message you about it.
So
Yeah.
we got 25 in addition to the 35 gold we got.
Nope.
that right?
Again,
Oh,
what I
just
described to Morbird earlier, I already added that all in. Whatever you've got on your character sheet has already been taken care of with our purchases.
got it.
Don't you try and add 25 extra gold pieces.
So I get 85 more gold piece.
Sweet sassy molasses. Okay, so
Okay, so one question. So I already have the weapon that I requested. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
And
Sure
the
do.
gold that I have now. Okay.
yep.
Awesome.
Yep, that's why I wanted to get the shopping done between sessions so that I could just load everything up and we wouldn't have to deal with that during session.
Mhm.
So yeah. What do you want to do?
Go get the guy.
Go get the guy.
I put on
Yeah,
my
let's
mask.
get 'em. Actually, Verlo, bring up. Hey, I can't figure out her accent. Do you guys think we should maybe go across the bridge alone without a valuable target in tow to see if we can trip up these guys before they trip us up? Ambush the ambushers?
I mean, would
I
they?
think they are. I think they are after Gattleby. They don't know who we are. That's my read on it, at least. They're not after us. They're after Gattleby.
Yeah, I
So,
don't think there'll be an
that would work.
ambush if you don't have him.
Yeah, they won't know us until we are with them.
But we
Otherwise,
know
they're
where
good.
they are, and we know that they plan to ambush us.
You want to go pick a fight with them preemptively?
I mean, maybe we can just throw a couple off the bridge right away. They don't know that we're coming. They know that Gattleby's going to be coming by soon, but they don't know that we know.
We don't
that.
know. We don't know who they are. We don't know what they look like.
I bet it's the
Sounds
old
like a
lady with the
surefire-
stroller.
Never stopped us before.
You just want to go like throw any teenager you see off a bridge. Yeah, it was a powder keg punk. Oh, definitely a powder keg
Yep.
punk.
Oh yeah.
That one
Yeah.
too.
Ah,
Do you mean in
To
real
the
life or
kids.
in the game? Oh,
yay.
all right. Yeah, we should go grab them.
Okay. All right. So you guys make your way towards his house.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Great. Let's activate that one then. Yep. Y'all that are on the overland map, you can switch over to the new map that has just opened.
One quick question.
No.
Yo.
On I just dropped my pistol into my character sheet. How do I make it a +1?
I thought you did it on your rapier. Did you do it on your pistol?
Yeah, I was gonna get a +1 flintlock pistol.
Oh, so you're not +1ing your rapier or the coat pistol. You're doing a +1 flintlock.
Yes.
Okay, so that's where the mix-up was. All right, then I'm going to edit your rapier real quick. Take off the +1 on there. At least I had one on there. Interesting. Okay, your flintlock pistol is now +1.
Thank you.
And go ahead and you're probably going to want to throw that into your hand. Or not. You guys are just here, so depends. Yeah. So you guys come up to this house. You see a chicken wire fence containing this small lot that's overgrown with weeds and bushy flowers. A small gate separates the southern end of the lot from the street. A rusted lock hangs uselessly from the gate here, serving only to keep it from swinging open in the wind. Beyond the gate, the foliage-choked yard is broken up by large stepping stones, a small shed, and a dilapidated house to the north.
I feel like this might be the type of guy who lives a paranoid, booby-trapped life, so we should maybe be aware of that. But also, we're here with good intentions, so we should probably announce ourselves.
Yeah. What time of day is it?
What time of day did you go?
It looks like there's shadows that are pretty big, so I'm saying it's like early evening.
Don't use that shadows as anything aside from telling you that you literally cannot see there.
Sure.
I would much rather have gone early in the morning so that if something goes awry and we need to take a long route or something, we're not doing it in the middle of the night.
Deal.
Everyone
Does it
else
look like
cool with this?
anybody's home?
Vrilla's down.
Cool. Everyone seems cool with this. You know he's supposed to be there.
Right.
Are there like lights on, smoke coming out of the chimney?
Nothing that's showing in particular.
So, if we're cool with it, Adriel's just going to walk up to the gate and just shout to announce our presence.
Alrighty.
Okay.
We'll just stand back on the street looking menacing.
Okay.
And we'll say it's about like 9 o'clock in the morning. Sound good?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Hey, Gattleby, rise and shine. Time to get over to the Barrel and Bullet. We're here to take you there.
Wow, announce our secret destination to everybody.
Was it a secret destination?
Yes, it's very secret.
I couldn't remember that. Well, cancel that part.
You hear nothing in reply. Also, just in case it didn't happen, I'm going to make sure everyone go ahead and hit rest for the night. Just so you're all good. And get your HP all the way up.
Under effects.
It's either under effects in your HUD, no, not HUD, utility in your HUD, or it is the little bed icon in the upper left of your character sheet.
Why am I not seeing that bed icon?
It's a little dude laying in a bed next to the wounded, directly underneath your max HP list.
Come on.
Oh.
I have it
I
disabled.
wish sleep was that easy.
Yeah. Oh, so that doesn't regen everything.
Then you gotta just redo your hit points after that.
Yeah, redo your hit points after that.
For some reason it gave me 2.
It's been a week. So
Yeah, because that's how much you got back from resting overnight. However, it's been several days, and people could have healed you up in that meantime.
Alright. Walking around working for like a whole week just bleeding.
I'm slightly injured. I decided to do nothing about that.
I've slung drinks of pure blood.
Well, one of us decided to do nothing about a symbiote.
Didn't know about it.
You should have got that checked out, man.
Well,
So while we're standing at the gate still, Adriel will add, a small lady with some big guns sent to come get you. She's dying to see you. Hopefully he understands that is Phoebe. He knows Phoebe, right?
I think maybe just the token is all that's gonna identify us.
All right.
She gave us like her symbol of her org.
Yep.
You hear nothing.
Can I do a perception check to see if like any windows or anything are open? If anything like looks like it's a miss or ajar or force or anything like that?
Yeah, go for it.
And while he takes a peek, can I take a peek at the lock to see if I can spot any traps?
Yes. Roxel, you don't notice anything. Like the house is kind of like boarded up windows. It looks like he's trying to just kind of cut himself off from everything, you know? Maybe just to retain focus. I will say that with that check, you do like hear noise from inside. Occasional like hammer strikes starting to happen.
He probably can't even hear us.
Yeah, I relayed that to the group. Like, hey, I hear hammering. I don't know if he's gonna hear us yelling, so we might need to press in.
Agreed.
Yeah, let's go in.
Kelvin hammers back.
Varilla, you want to do a perception check?
Abby? Gorilla?
Oh my
Yeah?
god, I was just not navigating that HUD very well.
Yeah, you don't notice anything.
Cool.
All right. You guys ready to go in? Who has the brooch right now? I feel like... I mean, Angel will take it and go...
Astra had it.
Astra has it.
Good.
You want to toss it to Adriel? Adriel will go in first. I just feel like whoever's sort of, gonna encounter this guy first should...
No, agreed. They should have it. Yeah, I'll pass
have
it over.
that. Okay. All right. Adriel will go ahead and open the door and, get ready for a reflex save or whatever kind of trap you have.
You have more hit points than me. Go ahead. You're more than welcome to.
Okay.
Great. So you open the gate and you see this tripwire snap open, and you see a stone falling to the ground. Give me a reflex save.
What did I just say?
Yep.
And if it's bad, I'll hero point it.
It's not bad, but it doesn't catch it. You can try catching it again with a hero point.
Yeah, sure. I'll do it.
As you fumble this rock, Verla's like, "Oh, shoot, sorry."
Yeah, so this thing falls to the ground and smashes and makes a giant amount of noise and light as this thunderstone explodes on the flagstones underneath it. Everyone within 10 feet, which is Inari, Varilla, and Adriel, will take 2 sonic splash damage. Also, yeah, that's what happens. You're also deafened for a round.
You guys are true heroes.
Also, I realized I'm paused.
Why did I move up here?
It's a good question.
Yeah, you don't have to be there, Caster. The only other... Well, I suppose Kelvin could be up here. Melee. But these are the only 2 swordsmen in the group. The 2 ladies.
After that large amount of noise and light happens, you hear a voice call out from the house, yelling, "No solicitors!"
Jesus.
We are your moving company, sir, not solicitors.
No response.
We have an appointment.
Nothing.
Verilla's like,
Just the smashing of hammers on iron.
Enough of this.
I could bullhorn him. I could bullhorn him so bad.
Why don't you bullhorn him?
We've
Well,
already
Furlow's
made
like
enormous
bullhorn.
amount of sound. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds loud.
We just need to go show him the signet, and we will be fine from there. We just have to proceed carefully throughout
Yes.
this rest of this.
Maybe the flagstone is trap.
Yeah, so Bullhorn is a cantrip that lets my voice be heard up to 500 feet. I worry there's someone else after him who would be nearby, though, so I don't want to do that.
Thank you.
I think we just have to proceed slowly to the source of the
Trigger all the
noise.
traps.
Yep.
All right, fools, follow me.
Wait. One of you is good at climbing, yes? Like
Yeah.
in being. Well, there are roofs and buildings around it. Somebody could get up onto roof, go over, get down to where the door is, and then kick the damn thing in if we need to, and shove this brooch in his face and say, "Shut up, you fool!"
I'll be willing to try that.
Seems less blow-uppy.
I have a climbing kit.
Verla's waving her hand, but you can barely see her because she's only about 5'4". And she's like jumping up, and she's just a very, very tiny little lady. She's like, "Look, I can climb. Look, let's just go."
I'll give Varilla the
Hold on.
alley oop.
Hold on 1 second. One
Yeah,
second.
you didn't even let Varilla. I didn't hear what Varilla said there. You interrupted.
Okay. Before any of this, okay, Vrilla walks in the doorway, and how much do you weigh, Vrilla?
Verilla weighs 110 pounds.
Great. This pressurized sap just blows out from this hose directly onto you, coating you and Adriel directly behind you in this gross, stinky sap.
Total
Give me a
heroes, you
reflex
guys.
save, both of you. Both of you reflex saves.
Here's the best part: is as she jumps up, because she's like waving her hand, "Hey, I can climb." She jumps up and looks down just to see the pressure plate right underneath her, and she's like,
Aw.
"Oh no."
Oh.
Hey, it's my cologne.
Adriel, you dodge out of the way of the sap as it gets sprayed out.
Good deal.
I still need a reflex from Varilla.
Yeah, I
See some in the chat.
I don't see it at all. What was it?
It was
Privately rolled some dice.
It was privately rolled, is what I see in the chat.
Yeah, same.
Nat Twenzoni, baby. I'll roll another one.
I don't trust that.
There's another one.
Great. Okay, you are covered in stink sap.
Ah, Varela.
What?
Varilla has
this
been
is
covered with grossness every single time she goes anywhere.
Varela, come. Just step away from traps. People will climb. I will clean you.
This is my favorite. This is one of my favorite neat new things. You will, gosh, now give me a fortitude save.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so you give off this stinky aura. Actually, because she's right there, Adriel, give me a fortitude save as well.
I hope it's a 10-foot aura. So it can at least use his circle.
Beautiful. Okay, so Adriel, while you are next to Varilla, you are taking now a second one as the
Okay.
stink
No.
is getting to you. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You guys okay over there?
Just imagine seeing this from a distance.
Will a gun help?
Yes.
Also think of it like we're in that time of year. Think of it like fir tree sap, where it is on you and it is real fucking tough to get off.
It's prestidigitation time for a few minutes.
Yeah, you just hear a high-pitched, horrendous, think like high school girl scream come from Varilla because she is absolutely disgusted. She hates disgusting things. She's, a nobleman's daughter. This is not her place. She's not supposed to be here. She hates everything. And she just screams, Astra!
Yes.
Help!
Oh my god. Oh, by the dragon.
Holding her hands out to her sides, just like gagging.
Yeah, so let's retreat and clean up a bit, and then let's just like telekinetic projectile his window.
While we're
Knocks against his window or something.
So
I think we're gonna have Scale was gonna send their character over the roof, I believe.
Let's
Also-
deal with the sick end and
Yes,
clean it
agreed.
first.
Agreed.
also, prestidigitation does not help with this.
Why not? It cleans.
Go ahead and read the limits on prestidigitation, and you'll
Color,
see...
clean, or soil an object of light bulk or less. You can affect
Oh,
an
light
object.
bulk.
Let me keep going. You can affect an object 1 bulk with 10 rounds of concentration, and a larger object 1 minute per bulk.
She is a larger object.
Yes, she is.
She
So-
has many bulk.
Yes, it'll take many minutes.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right, wait,
so
wait.
Hold on.
If you guys
So-
are taking like
No,
10 minutes to
no.
prestidigitate
No.
constantly,
Yeah,
Stop. Soap. I'm just gonna say, soap exists and we have it.
Do you have
As
water?
this is occurring, Varilla's like, wait, guys,
What is
I
this?
know I smell so bad. And this keeps happening.
What is this magical item?
What if, oh my god, what if there's people in there and this affects them too? I mean, we could just go. Let's just go. I can clean up later.
okay. No, I'll let this happen. If you spend like 10 minutes on just purely prestidigitating, then that will clean it up. The soap is not going to do nearly enough. I will say this right now. What the actual wordage of this is that the sap dissipates after 10 hours. Spending 10 minutes scrubbing the sap off with soap and water reduces the duration by 1 hour.
Oh god.
My God.
So we send
is-
Varilla in as a dirty bomb.
Varilla will go in first as a dirty bomb. The entire time she's
Real
like,
gross sap.
So the sap is literally stronger than any super glue I've ever spilled on my
if you've ever tried to clean
Yep.
sap off yourself, and being a guy in the paint industry, some of that stuff just does not come off.
I don't know,
Look,
dude. I garden a lot.
We're in a land of magics and craziness, so fantasy sap.
So Barilla's like, okay, everybody, can somebody just who?
Yes,
I
yes.
can't. My eyes are watering. I can't see, and I
Oh.
typically wear glasses. Can somebody else go in front of me and just see if they can perceive anything along this path that we can step on?
All right.
Well, I'm
Hold
not
on.
going on that path.
Hold on. Are we taking time to prestidigitate or are we not?
Well, I think that can happen while we're taking other avenues, right?
I say Varilla dirty bomb. I like that idea.
I think we should
I
attempt sending
guess.
our rogue over the roof to knock on the door.
You see that like this overgrown stuff in the yard. There's this like the sedum that we referred to earlier. All these plants have grown over 2 feet tall.
Mhm.
So that's kind of all surrounding the path.
Yeah, I think we're saying let's not go on the path and go on
We're
the
gonna
roof,
climb up
right?
the roof over here,
Okay.
over to this roof, and then like
Uh-huh.
drop down here and go in the door.
Great. Let's see. The house. I have actually heights for the house. So
Nice.
It's about 20 feet up. It's 2 stories
Okay.
all around.
So
How much climbing kit do you have?
Well, I have a climbing kit,
Okay.
got one as well.
which has rope,
Nice.
and I will also aid and cast guidance on people, so we can get some strong athletics checks. Shall we start an athletics roll-off here?
Farilla has +6. And she also has a climbing kit too, but she's stinky as hell.
We will be out here, starting to clean. We will wait out here while you all be manly men and climb.
I'm not quite sure. Am I hanging back still? I don't really know. I've got
That's
decent
up to you,
athletics.
man. That's up to you. It's all up to you.
Well, yeah, I can aid in the athletics checks.
How about if you plan on joining the climb, come over to
Go
this,
over to
move
the
your
left.
token to the roof line. If you don't.
Who's the best climber in the group?
We got a lot of decent climbers in the group.
There's some good athletics users.
Because I'm not.
Yeah, same.
So
It
age-
will be a DC of the level. So I believe it's 16 at this level.
And that's athletics, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, I will start the cleaning process.
If someone wants to step up first, Adriel will attempt to both aid you and cast guidance to give you a double boost.
Nice.
Oh, and am I no longer sickened now that I'm not standing next to Sicko?
Yeah, you're good. That queasiness just kind of goes away if you're not near her. Are you climbing, Jacksonius?
Well,
You kind of rolled without telling me what you were doing, so I'm trying to figure that out now.
I thought I was aiding in what the other two were rolling.
Or you're just trying to help somebody else climb. Who are you
hold on
trying
a
to push up there?
So you kind of don't need to. Adriel can both cast guidance, which helps, and Adriel is also a cooperative human, and she has a +4 in addition to anything else for her aid checks. So she got it.
Is there only one aid, or do they stack?
They don't stack,
they do
but
not
if
stack.
someone crits and someone else only succeeds, you can take the crit. So
Okay.
you can take. It's kind of like
Is the
a
best of.
demoralized check. Yeah, it's like
Okay.
the best of.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna
I
throw a guidance in the chat there for everyone.
No volunteers.
No one wants to climb first.
I mean, I'll do it if no one else is.
Do you
I
need
think we
a
just heard-
climbing kit to?
Hold on, I think we just heard Ruxel volunteer.
Yes. I mean, I only have a +4, but
Well, that's better than my +0.
I'd say go for it. You can actually give yourself. Let me make an aid check, and depending on the results of that, you'll give yourself a +2. An additional +2, I should say. John, I assume you would just want another athletics check to aid with climbing here.
Yep.
blind
So
roll.
athletics for the aid, and then we'll add 2 to that to their roll on top of whatever your aid is. Okay.
Hey, that made it due to
Aid.
cooperative nature.
And you want public or private?
I told you what the DC was, so let's make it public.
It'll be clear if you fail and fall.
Mm-hmm.
Plus another 2 from guidance and aid, so
Well, that beats a 16.
Yep, you climb up 5 feet.
All right, 3 more of those.
Yep.
I can. I can keep aiding you, but I can't keep casting guidance.
Oh, right, because it only lasts for one thing. Yeah.
I am not doing well.
No.
Uh-huh.
Is that a...
I'm checking real quick. Sorry, I'm looking at something.
Picturing us all like literally trying to lift him up there or something. Is that what's happening right now?
That is. These are just regular fails, not criticals. Actually, that last one was a critical fail.
Okay.
And you fall.
No, hold on. Hold on.
Aside from the climbing kit.
Aside to the climbing kit. So, you get to do a DC 5 flat check whenever you critically fail to prevent a fall. So,
yeah,
roll a D20.
See, I can do that from here, can I? Yes.
Yeah, on the left, very bottom, there's the simple dice roll. There you go. So you got it. You don't fall.
Climbing kit.
You're still 5 feet, and you're kind of dangling there, and everyone's watching you flop around and struggle.
Rexel.
I will say I'm really good at falling.
I'll give it one more try.
Hey, there you go.
Hey,
there you go.
So you're up. That's actually 15 feet. You're up now.
All right.
Almost there.
One more.
Ruxel.
I'll take it.
Ruxel is up.
And you get up on the roof.
Woo!
Who's next?
I'll go next.
Do we need more than one?
Shit.
Can Ruxel just do it now that they're up there?
Give Ruxel the brooch.
You want to send Ruxel in alone?
Give it to him now.
Ruxel, come back down. I forgot to give you brooch.
Look at him with like slitted eyes, like, no.
Kelvin does not make that first.
Do I do 3 more?
You might need to
You
do
keep
more
going.
than 4.
You
Okay.
just keep going until you make it, or you don't want to try anymore.
5 feet.
All right, I'll cast guidance on this one, so add 1 to it. Nope.
You stay in place.
There you go.
As Astra pressure washes Varilla, she's just watching this, just shaking her head like, come on, guys.
10 feet up.
Halfway there, Kelvy.
All right, let me aid. Well, or just keep rolling without help. That's cool.
15 feet.
And yet still
I'm just
listening.
auto-applying your aid already to this, so.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, staying at 15. Yep. Climbing is not as easy as you think. Oh my
Climbing
god,
is
how
tough.
do you roll 3 4s in a row?
Hey everyone, the symbiote doesn't help with climbing.
Okay, you gotta just keep going up, but
Okay, you make it to the top.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right. Adriel will attempt now, and I think maybe when we have 3, that's like that feels good. We can move on. I'm just afraid of
Okay.
sending one person in on their own. Like that's never a good plan. Okay, here we go. Here it comes. Does anybody else have any guidance or any buffs just in case I need it?
If you fall, I can stabilize you.
I feel like someone should grab the ring before.
If you fall, I can stabilize you. 5 feet.
Oh,
has it.
the ring is on me.
It's a brooch, but yeah.
Brooch, yes.
Ooh, 15 feet.
I'll take it. One more only.
Man, Adriel just
Oh.
like automatically scampers up this wall.
Got it.
Everyone else is having difficulty, and Adriel's like, "Fuck all of you! Why are you so terrible at this?" And climbs up.
You go first, Adriel.
That's why she got up there. That's why she's the blessed one now, because she's just like everything she does, she nails, and she feels so confident.
What? One more person, maybe? Question mark.
You want
If
to
you
go?
want-
Go for it.
I think they're okay.
Am I just doing athletics checks? Is that what this is?
Do
Yo,
one of us have
got
the
it.
brooch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Adriel has
Adriel
it.
does. Adriel has it.
You,
This
you
is-
stay out here, help me
Cat
keep
is not
watch.
paying attention 30 seconds ago. Jacksonius misses. You don't need to blind this one.
Oh, okay. And we're just continually rolling these, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to make you do. Yep. Until you're annoyed. Nope. You continue to not
You
climb
get
that
up
wall.
there or fall
What
unconscious.
the hell?
You do not climb that wall.
Astra and Verla
anybody's
over here just like
inside-
going, what are they doing?
What the?
If anybody's inside this, there was an explosion. They saw
Jax-
like snap get blue,
Jacksonius,
and there
why
was
don't you
people
stay-
fall off the roof?
Can you give me my dice back?
Jacksonius,
Jacksonius,
just
like, this
come
cat
back, buddy.
tries to climb up the wall and is the worst cat ever at climbing up a wall and finally climbs up 5 feet.
Great.
Jackson, just stay out here with us, buddy. We might need protection. Don't worry, they're fine.
Yep. Stays in place.
Trying to make this as fast as I can.
Climbs up another 5 feet.
Right.
Another 5 feet. You're at 15.
Great.
And on top of the wall.
Oof.
Da-da-da-da.
All right.
We
I
did it.
I am going to try to sneak across without making any noise or being heard.
Let me give you the brooch officially now. You are sneakier, and I will stay back just a little bit to not,
Okay.
lower cover.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me that stealth check. Sure, got it. Okay. And move. Where do you want to go?
What kind of material is the roof made out of?
10.
Okay.
I'm going to have to. Okay, you point out to me where you're going now, because I don't want you to drag your tokens through
okay.
places where they shouldn't be going.
Oh, okay. Here, right where I'm at.
Yep.
And then I want to go over to here.
Okay, like on top of the roof.
Yes.
Still. Okay. Yeah. So you're going on top of the roof, and you kind of are making a little bit of a noise. It's going clunk, 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 clunk every time you take a step, but you don't notice the sounds coming from the house like changing. It's still just like a bunch of shuffling around, and it sounds like stuff is being worked on in there.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I just want to move here and then look over and see if there's any traps like down on the porch or any direction like that.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Wow. Okay. So as you're looking down there, you take note of a bunch of like holes around the door, that look suspiciously like there might be. It's just the right size for like sling bullets to get put through.
I think the door is a gun.
Nice.
It's a bunch of holes that are like randomly spaced around the door area.
Okay.
So the door is a shotgun.
Yeah.
Or we shot with the shotgun.
Or are they like bullet holes? Like somebody
Is there-
really hard through.
Gatling gun.
Can I see from where I'm at? Is there any way to just?
So with that roll, you saw that there's a pressure plate on the porch in front of the door. You think that if you got down next to the pressure plate, that you could try and reinforce it. You also think that there's a possibility of covering the holes.
A lot of
I
chewing
would-
gum.
Yeah, I will try to go and mess with the plate to do the reinforcing. You said.
Got it. Okay. How are you going to get down that 20 feet?
Yeah, do you want to call the rest of us up? We can assist by like using a rope.
Yeah,
Down.
I'll wave the rest of you guys over. Jacksonius, Kelvin, and oh god, who's else is up here with me?
Adriel.
Adriel. Yep.
Is this like a lower roof? And is there maybe like a window access?
There is no window access, no.
Okay.
Good question, though.
So I will relay the information to them what I saw about the door, the holes, and the pressure plate, and I'm just going to have them lower me down. I'm just going to hold onto the rope and just ask them to lower me down. I'm not going to try to climb down or anything like that.
Sure. That's a great plan.
I think we can do that.
Everyone that is holding on to the rope and lowering, give me an athletics check, please.
Okay.
Public or private?
If you drop me and I get blasted in the face.
Public's totally cool. Where did everyone go?
I can't.
I'm still on the roof. I didn't follow everyone else because they disappeared.
Oh,
so
you're all just stacked underneath Ruxel. Okay.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that private.
I'm sorry. What is the roll again?
Athletics. Someone's got to hit it. Okay. Kelvin and Adriel, you kind of, like, as you're holding on to it, you feel like you're not doing much. Jacksonius, you have, like, all the weight on your arms, and you are, like, under your breath cursing at the other two because it feels like they're not doing anything, and you are literally holding all of the weight of Ruxel as you lower him.
Whoever met cat that can't climb.
Meanwhile, Astra's still pressure washing Varilla down on the street.
Yep.
Yeah, we're about 5 minutes into this process. Okay. So Ruxel, you're down there next to the pressure plate. Give me a thievery check.
Thanks for the raid,
Public
Kitty.
or private?
Yeah, we got another raid from Kitty OG. Thanks for stopping by.
Hello, raiders. Our players are trying to raid this house to say hi to the man who's just kind of hanging out inside.
And there were so many traps within the first 5 feet that our athletic members of the party eventually climbed up the side of the walls and is using the roof to avoid all of said traps.
Also, I would like to use athletics in big old quotation marks. Because, man, it took them some time to climb up the wall. Climb checks, not as easy as you'd hope. Rux,
It took some of them some time.
The bard, on the other hand.
Yeah, the bard went up like boom. Surprisingly enough, the Rux, you get you like grab these little metal pieces that you've got some metal studs, and you place them underneath the pressure plate. You work them underneath, and you feel like you have successfully reinforced that pressure plate, and it will not go down anymore.
Nice.
I wave up to everybody and just give them a good thumbs up.
Heck yeah.
And I will try to open the door. Wait. I
Why
want
don't,
to.
why don't you let the rest of us climb down first?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're ready
who's
for
gonna go first?
25.
Can I just skip rolling athletics and just fall on my face?
I was gonna say
You
I can.
That's
I could literally
not
probably.
ideal.
I could probably.
I'm
just
moving
jump
out of the
off.
way.
Yeah, you can totally jump off. Jacksonius jumps off.
Adriel's
No
going
problem.
for it.
Adriel, you're good. That's 5 feet down. Another 5. Well, Kelvin, wait your turn. Another 5 feet down for Adriel. Another 5 foot down, and you can just drop the last 5 feet.
Adriel's like,
Kelvin.
what is everybody else's problem? Just climb. Use your muscles. Do you not have muscles?
Adriel says inspiringly.
I think I did while I was getting Ruxel down there.
I mean, to be fair, Adriel's Inspire Courage is more of a berate courage. Just berate you into doing better.
That is true.
Kelvin, give me a couple more athletics checks, please. Okay. One more. Ought to do it. Okay, one more ought to do it.
Damn it.
One more ought to do it.
Down should be easier than up.
Great. Okay, now you can let go. Great. If you're above 10 feet, you will take falling damage if you fall. That's what I'm just double checking here as you go. Okay, so the four of you are at the front door.
I'm gonna look at the door and see if there's any triggers on the door.
You're pretty sure you got the door-based trap that was there.
It's a door.
All right, you open it.
Yeah, let's have Ruxel go first with the brooch in hand.
Hold it out like a rosary, like straight up, like.
Actually, I'm sorry. The door is here, behind Adriel.
Okay.
So I'll switch.
I'm trying to say, actually, I'm sorry. The
there.
door is still a gun. The door is still a gun.
Ruxel, you walk in and you see that there's a dusty table and chairs that are sitting against the north wall. A grime-covered window lets in small amounts of light to the south, like they're coming in from between the slats. Doors open to the east and west.
Ruxel's just gonna call out, "Hello! Your traps are very nice, but you have company now."
Come on, Gattleby, it's time to go.
Still, just what you hear is like the moving around and clanking and all sorts of like work being done.
Okay, I'm just gonna make my way forward.
Come on in, Jacksonius. Kelvin. Watch this turn into us doing an entire dungeon crawl for like 4 sessions while everyone else just waits outside.
He's outside.
Pressure washing.
I want to check this door and see if there's any traps.
Yeah, give him a perception check.
This feels like it's going to be.
You don't notice any traps.
I will take a step back and say I would like someone else to open it.
I'll do it.
You open the door, and nothing happens.
The door opens. That's something.
You walk in, and you spot just reams of parchment, half-filled beakers, lit burners, pots of bubbling fluids, and countless other alchemical detritus scattered about the work surfaces of this room. Shelves overflow with books, glass containers spill from wooden crates, and a pungent odor permeates the entire area. Amid it all, a stooped human man smokes a limp cigarette and hunches over a small cage, carefully filling a tray with dried pellets. A big-eyed, six-legged chameleon paws slowly around the cage, picking at the dried pellets of food.
Ruxel's just gonna walk. Oh, good.
Mr. Gattleby right there.
Oh, look at him.
As
Yeah.
played by British rock musician Sting.
Ooh, that's a pretty good grab, yeah.
I don't know. He's not shirtless and wearing a Speedo, so I don't know.
It's time.
This is current Sting, not 80s
Oh, not Dune Sting. Okay.
Sting. Yeah. Not stupid, sexy Dune Sting.
Stupid, sexy Dune Sting.
Brand new.
Can that be the name
sentences.
of my
Oh.
clan dagger?
That's another title choice there. Solid one.
R/brand new
Yeah.
sentences.
Oh boy. So he sets down this food in front of him, turns around to face him, says, "All right, you're persistent ones, you know that. What in Bry's name do you want?"
I just toss the brooch to him.
What is this?
We're supposed to escort you somewhere safe.
Oh, yeah. Kind of forgot about that. Okay, all right. Cool.
But we need to
You-
get going now because there's people looking for you. Great many of people. And you need to grab what you need to grab, and we need to go as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, let's. Okay. Well, I'll. Let's grab my stuff and we can get going. Let me just reset the traps. I assume you took out several on your way in. Yeah,
Just three.
Let me get... Says, and then let me get slick. Bolts, where'd that lizard go?
Uh-oh, did the chameleon dash off?
Yep, he starts looking around for it. The chameleon was.
You guys want to find his chameleon for him?
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
It's because you're in the sitting room and you have not walked into the other area yet.
Oh no,
That's
I
why.
I meant because it was a chameleon.
Wah, 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 wah.
I feel like maybe Jacksonius can redeem himself as a cat by finding the lizard.
That's a good point.
Adriel would rather volunteer to lift some things as needed.
Okay, you look around, start lifting things. Okay, Kelvin, as you're looking around, you hear the sounds of breaking glass and shattering wood that precedes a calamitous sight. Gattleby's six-legged chameleon suddenly growing first to the size of a cat, then a dog, then a horse, all in a matter of moments. The chameleon, as startled as anyone, smashes through the table in the middle of the lab and clambers about, spilling papers and alchemical equipment everywhere. Gattleby pinches the bridge of his nose, exasperated, and says, bolts! Slick's gotten into the growth serum again. You see the shrink potion anywhere? Never mind, what am I asking you for? You don't know. Just look around for it. Take care of this. I gotta get my coat from the other room anyway. And there's Slick. And he begins to walk off towards
that?
I presume it's a small bottle.
the bathroom.
Bud.
And
Wise?
yeah. Interestingly
Oh, no.
enough, you guys hear this calamitous stuff on the outside. We're going to go into initiative.
Glad there's four
Oh,
of
boy.
us.
For the first time at level 2 in this session.
Oh crap! What's the thing?
Is
I
that
gotta-
me? Did I crit fail?
It was UNR, yes.
Oh, good.
I forgot. What is it? 10 paces. 10 paces. Still a thing? Yeah.
It's on the start of your turn.
Give me 3 steps, give me 3 steps, mister.
Yeah, there is a +2 circumstance bonus to the initiative roll. That's the
Oh,
The
there's
roll.
that.
part,
too.
yeah.
Oh man. I think you can do that when rolling by clicking or holding control and then clicking for your roll.
If he clicks it, it should pop up underneath his perception roll there for initiative.
Hmm.
As a little switch to turn on and off. Okay. So Astra, you hear all this starting to happen, is there anything you want to do, or do you just continue to clean?
Well, I look at the path and consider how many things they still have not triggered. I go back to cleaning.
Great. Adriel.
Oh boy. Well, Adriel
And you're
will...
seeing this chameleon is now giant, and you see like the coloration on it starting to just change as it's getting near the messy bits of the lab and all the colorful files around everywhere.
Yeah. Man, I don't want to kill this poor chameleon, but
Do you have the
I
saps
feel-
from last time?
Unarmed
Right.
strikes.
Yep. So I feel like I will go ahead and inspire courage, and for the first time at the new level, I will do so with lingering performance.
Cool.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Let's
So
see.
here comes a performance check first.
Okay.
That's not a very
Missed
good
it.
performance check. Okay. Well,
That's all right.
still
You
get to
don't need the
inspire
focus point,
courage.
which is great.
Yep. Oh, there we go. There it is. There was like
Yep,
a 5
it worked.
second delay in between clicking. Yeah,
I
I
did
think I'm
immediately,
gonna.
So that's
Adriel will get into a flanking position here, thankfully, and I guess just punch it.
What'd you do there, you bastard chameleon in the town?
poor chameleon. You
that'll-
miss.
I'll probably just deal with that and let someone else do better.
Okay. Kelvin.
I move up. Oh. After I change this movement thing, I move up.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna do some unarmed strike. Ha!
Okay.
Ha!
You hit. Give me damage.
Shoot, I should have told you to move elsewhere.
Okay. 6 points of damage to the chameleon. It looks startled and scared.
It looked like that before. I do another
No, it
unarmed
looks
attack.
more scared. Like you scared it. You hit again. And takes more damage. Varilla?
Varilla stands there with her arms up as she gets pressure washed.
T-pose.
She
You
doesn't even know
hear
what's
the
going on.
calamity going on inside.
She basically just says,
One of those idiots.
I bet they did something stupid like attack an innocent creature or something dumb.
Probably something stupid like a ginormous iguana or something.
Or, I heard of a guy that once just shot a couple of farmers with a crossbow right in the leg. Like, I don't know what happened with that.
Why would you do
Probably
this?
some kind of hero.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh-huh. Oh, boy.
Slick's
how'd
turn.
it go back to Astra? That's weird.
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
it's
I'm cleaning
Sure.
even more.
yeah. So Slick, what do you do, Slick? There's some stuff that he's got to do here. He's got an interesting amount of stuff. Okay, so Slick begins to just try and run around because he's kind of going crazy and he is huge. So he starts just running, and moving around, and as he moves around, he starts crashing into all of the chemicals that are on the tables around you.
Boy.
And I'm gonna say we're gonna roll this randomly. Okay, so down here, as he's moving away, his tail knocks over a bunch of reagents, and Ruxel and Kelvin, I need a reflex save.
Public or blind?
Public school. Great. So Ruxel, you take 3 points of acid damage, and Kelvin, you take all 7 points of acid damage.
Woof.
And that is slick.
That is silly. I'm gonna re-toggle Inspired Courage because that like weird initiative order thing that happened expired it incorrectly.
I don't know how that happened. That was very weird.
And now, of course, because it's not my turn, it appears it's not a. Oh no! Did it apply to other people?
I applied it.
Maybe that's actually what happened to us last time. Maybe there was a weird initiative thing that got reordered.
Yeah. Not quite sure how that happened. Rux, your turn.
Is there anything on this table that says like shrinking potion? Can I do like a perception?
Ooh, very smart. Yeah, you can do a crafting check. Actually, no, perception check.
Okay.
Or you can spend 3 actions to test the most likely potions that you think, and do a crafting check.
So perception or crafting?
Whichever one you want to do. The perception checks are, you can do 3 of them, so you don't notice anything with your first action. Nor your second. Nor your third.
Was the third a fail? Never mind.
I said nor your third. It might not have come through. So all failures. Jacksonius.
I will attempt the same thing. I suppose I gotta get over here first, though.
Oh, you can look. There's reagents around you. You can
Okay.
look wherever you want.
And that check once again.
Either a perception check. You get 3 perception checks or 1 crafting check.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't have. Yeah, no, can't do that one. Perception it is.
Nope. Don't find it on the first go around. Nor the second. On your third check, you spot something that you're pretty certain is a shrinking potion. Like, it says something on the side that is real hard to read, but you're pretty sure it says shrinking on it.
Okay, well, I'm hoping people saw that from a distance because I'm out of actions and I can't tell anyone that I have it. Right? Or can I-
That's true. That would be a point out action. No, yeah, it is a point out action. And Ari.
Okay, well, so I've crit failed my initiative, which means I only get 2 actions. Is that right?
Yeah, you bet.
Okay. Well, what are my chances of jumping over this fence?
Not high.
Sure.
It's not a high fence?
Climbing over?
With your athletics, also not high.
Sure thing. Okay. Well, I'll run over here. And then I'll just like try and scope out like this region of the path to see if there's any more traps coming up.
Sure, give me a perception check.
Okay.
To see.
Yeah.
You don't notice any traps.
All right, looks clear.
Oh gosh, that's my favorite part. Is like I could just say that, and you have no idea what that means. Astra,
Cleaning.
cleaning. Adril,
Is this thing more than one size larger than me? It kind of looks like it.
it is just one size larger.
Adriel's gonna run up to it and grapple it.
Do you have?
You know what?
Titan Wrangle?
No, I don't. You can grapple up to one size larger. That's why I asked.
Oh, neat. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let
This
me
hasn't
double
popped
check
up
that.
often.
Yeah. Your target isn't more than one size larger than you. So, Adriel's not going to but she is first going to... Boy, this is a long shot, but she might as well attempt to demoralize it. I don't think it speaks my language, but she's just going to shout at it anyway.
Okay.
And...
Yep, it doesn't seem like it's intimidated by you, or it seems like it's scared, but not extra scared.
Okay, and here comes an attempt to grapple it. Trying to hold it down so we can shove some shrinking potion in its mouth.
You do not succeed at grappling it. It's too wriggly right now.
Cool, cool. Good turn.
And don't take that for anything more than flavor statement. Wriggly is flavor, not an actual mechanic. Kelvin.
I take out the bola.
Okay.
And I'm going to do I just say if I use it for bludgeon or entangle?
Yeah, you tell me if you're
Okay.
using it to attack or to trip.
To trip.
Okay. Then you can go ahead and make an attack roll with it. And we'll see how that rolls. Not well.
This is
In fact,
Davi's
the bola
bola.
go flying. The bola go flying out of your hand and actually like loops around Gattleby, and he falls over.
sorry.
You have one more action.
Can I do a grapple?
You could try.
How do I do that?
Athletics.
Athletics check.
So, Fogel, if Kelvin
Yeah.
critically missed a trip, does that not knock him prone?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Ooh,
I think that knocks
that's
Kelvin prone.
that's an interesting. Wow, we've never actually
Um,
used the bola for an actual tripping action with a critical failure. I think you're
But-
actually right. So instead of Gattleby, it tangles your legs and you fall over.
Man, if there was only a character that we once played that Bola was their main weapon and they sucked with it.
Well, if you had
Yeah, but you never tried to trip with it.
Because I couldn't hit anything with it.
I hit myself, so. Do I have to take an action to stand up?
you can grapple while
Yep.
prone.
Yeah, just
I'm gonna grapple while prone. I'm gonna grab for his little feeties.
I think you
I'm
can.
gonna-
I think so too.
You
I
just
don't
have a
see why
negative.
you can't, but I'm going to turn on the prone condition first. Nope.
Well,
Okay.
I
Well,
grapple
you still don't
myself,
grab
and
him.
I'm further prone.
I mean, technically, because they are both, both of those carry the
It would map
attack
would
trait.
apply,
It would
yeah.
map, and it would be another critical miss. There is no critical negative side effect on a grapple that I remember, though, just on a trip. So.
I don't
grab
think
yourself.
so. Yeah. Okay, well, that was great, Varilla.
Good couple of turns there, guys.
Yep.
Standing there still, get cleaned.
We're flailing around a lizard. That's the best I can describe it.
Pressure wash.
Pressure wash, got it. Slick then, in a panic from you guys trying to grab it and and like take it down. Still has that panicked expression on its face, which I love. I'm not sure everyone's seen it, so I'm going to show it to everybody.
Oh, what a friend.
And it starts running around like trying to get away. And
Appreciate that.
it's kind of running all over the room, so that's why this is randomly generated right now with K. So that is 1, 2. It is the area that it's in. It's going to be Jacksonius then, who will have to give me a reflex save.
Kidoki.
Perfect. You are not damaged whatsoever. None of the stuff gets on you at all, and the explosion doesn't hurt you whatsoever.
Great.
Rux.
I am going to go over to here and see if I can recognize what he was feeding him. If I can recall, like, what was it that he was feeding him while he was in the cage?
Sure. Move off of Adril's space. You cannot share spaces.
Gotcha.
Sure. Give me a perception check. Crickets.
Is there any food over here?
Sure. There's more crickets around. Yeah. There's a bag full of crickets.
Oh, I thought you meant crickets as in,
I-
like, I didn't get anything from that.
I did too.
So did I, to be
Wait,
fair.
Really?
I got
Literal
Okay.
cricket.
Alright, I'm gonna grab like 2 handfuls of crickets and try to get its attention.
You're not grabbing the bag of crickets. You're going and reaching into the bag and grabbing 2 handfuls.
I didn't know it was a
bag.
bag. I didn't know it was a bag.
It did, yeah.
I do love this though.
You gotta
Please
get a
hold
bag
on.
to feed it.
I didn't know if it was a bowl or a bag. I just was like, "Ugh."
These are live crickets.
Punch the lizard with cricket hands.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
Um,
that's 3 actions.
Okay.
Right there. You moved, you perception checked, and then you grabbed
grab chicken.
handful of crickets. Jacksonius.
Do I now possess what I believe to be the shrinking potion? Or do I need to
You
pick that up?
spotted
still?
it. You have not grabbed it yet.
I'm grabbing it.
Okay,
My first action.
that's first action.
Second action is to.
If you want to try and jam it into his throat, well, first you have to open it as your second action.
Second action, I open it.
Great. Now jam it down his throat with an acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay.
Oh.
Glass and all.
So while it's squirming around, the potion like falls out of your hands and clinks onto the floor. Okay, well, you know what? We're going to retroactively change something. You didn't remove the stopper because you don't need to. You just need to get him to drink it. It will be one action to just pour it down its throat. There's like a stopper in it that it doesn't do that. So you drop it. It stays on the floor next to you, though. It does not break.
And you have a third action.
Hero point.
And you have a third action.
Oh God, hero point. Yeah. Can we do that or?
It was
Sure.
a D20
you can
roll,
do it,
right?
right? Yeah, go
Yes,
for it.
please. Better now
Yeah,
than.
hero point that.
Oh my God. And that's the name of the game, folks. Good night, everybody.
Everybody in chat, take a drink.
Water, of course, for legal reasons.
So Fogel
Okay.
now breaks on us, right?
I'm going. Here's. They do have one last chance for this. You can try a reflex save,
Okay.
real quick.
All right. Real quick, reflex save.
Oh my god. Yep, it falls to the floor and smashes. And you know what? We're going to call it with that for this week.
Oh, that is definitely worthy of that.
That wasn't even failed hero points. That was just fail everything.
That's the way to do it.
Yep. You I love this. Kelvin, Adriel, and Ruxel all watch Jacksonius like drop this
So you see
potion
it.
onto the floor and it smashes.
Everybody else sees this happening at least.
Yes. Oh yeah,
Okay,
they see
great.
that happen.
Great.
Not Viril and Astra, which are outside just pressure washing.
And I will say this. I mean, there could be several shrinking potions around.
Oh,
I hope
Okay.
so.
there you go. Okay.
However, this one is destroyed and
Now
on
we
the
have
floor
to
next to you, and you look at it very sadly. Oh boy. So
was that,
there
Margaret?
you go. That's where we're going to call it for this evening. I hope everyone had a good time. This was a very fun session. Well, I think the only one of us that won't be able to make it in 2 weeks' time is Drums. So I think we're gonna go on the 26th. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
None of us will be able to
Goodbye,
climb
everybody.
shit.
Bye.
Nope,
Good everybody,
never,
thank
ever.
you for joining us.
Take care.
Good night, everyone.
Fun.